So this is the first day of Matt's trip around northern Taiwan. This is Matt, kind of a bogan.
Yeah.
This is where we are. This is like fairly close to my house, actually. My first time stopping here. I do this road regularly. Like there's a dam further on. I was gonna stop there. They have some there's a dam and then there's a parking lot and there's a few food stalls and stuff. But I haven't stopped at this specific point before. But the view here is better. So Matt hired me for a 3-day tour. He's not gay, unfortunately. I was like, woohoo, some guy hired me for 3 days, and turns out not gay. I was doing just like a day tour with a guy. He gave me some money, and then I was taking him out. I got a scooter for him, and lent him some protective gear, and then he's following me up in the mountains, and then he within a half hour of the ride, he crashed and broke his leg in 2 places, and it was horrific. It was a horrific experience. So now when people phone me up about these tours, I'm just like, no. Yeah, I'm not very keen on them. For this, it comes down to the money and my time, and I had some free time this week, and he was able to pay what I asked, so we're doing it. But I tried to make this tour is so interesting for me, not for you, probably not. I first planned it takes 2 days to do a lap around the island. If you don't sleep, you can do it in 1 day, and I know people have done it. So 2 days you can do it, no problem. And we have 3 days, so I thought, okay, 3 days, do a lap around the island like I've done a million times before. And then, but the problem is the first day, if you're doing a lap around the island, the west coast is mostly boring. And so normally what we do is the first day of my 10-day tours, we do the west coast, and we just kind of do it all in 1 day. We just push ourselves hard and just get it over with. And I thought, okay, this guy's only here for 3 days, and I don't want to spend the first day just trying to get something over with. I should be able to make all 3 days great, not just the first day is just trying to get past somewhere, and then the next 2 days are beautiful. So I came up with a route with the help of my friend Brad from Tennessee. Hey there, beautiful. Are you from Tennessee? No. Well, are you sure? Because you're the only 10 I see. So what am I talking about? Yeah, Brad helped me pick the route, actually, because he rides a lot by himself because he has no friends, and he's discovered some nice roads, and he told me about them. So yeah, and this road I've never done it before. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm using the GPS. I just programmed in, and we're going to be doing. So it's a 3-day tour, and for the first day, this part, and for part of this next day, it's all roads I've really never done before. So I'm having a good time. And yeah, that's about it. Matt's a very cautious rider. He doesn't have any experience. He's never ridden a motorcycle. He's never ridden a scooter. Nothing. So he's but even with that in consideration, he's still very cautious, which is good. Sometimes I'm like, oh, come on, man, speed up. But realistically, I actually much prefer him riding slower than I much prefer my guests riding too slow as opposed to too quick, because the second they start going too quick, I'm just like, oh fuck, oh man, this is dangerous, oh, something's gonna happen, and it's just really nerve-wracking. So so what do I do for day tours? I just take care of everything, right? You just kind of show up. One of the services that I provide is that I'm a meat shield. One of the services I provide is my meat? No. I'm a meat shield, meaning that if he follows close behind me, and he's a bit far right now, but this road's pretty safe. I've lectured him about 6 times on following closer. People from the West, they're used to leaving a large amount of safety distance, like a nice safety buffer between them and the person in front of them. But for my tours, it doesn't work because the further you are from me, the more you are riding on your own. Like, we should be one unit. What's that about? Is unit? No. We should be, we should be one vehicle that happens to have four tires, and is just separated by a little bit of space. Kind of like I'm the trailer and he's the caboose. And that's not a caboose. The thing on the back of a semi trailer. I said trailer. I'm the cab and he's the trailer. That's how it should be. Like, he should be fairly close behind me, and I should be, when I'm picking my line, I should pick my line as if I'm not on a scooter, as if I'm driving like a pickup truck. And then that way he can just follow me and never have to, he doesn't need to lane, he doesn't have to check his mirrors, he doesn't have to turn his head when we're changing lanes, when I'm pulling out onto a road, he doesn't have to look to see if a car's coming to kill him, because he should just assume that I'm riding for the both of us, and then that takes a lot of stress off of him. And even without that, like, if a car would come flying around this corner and hit us head on, it would hit me head on, and he'd hopefully have time to brake or swerve or something, And that's when you have a tour guide who rides in front of you all the time. Because in general, if you're a group, the most horrific accidents are when you get two cars racing and they come around this corner, one in each lane, and that's so fucking. I gave myself the goosebumps, just the goosebumps. I'm so Chinese. I gave myself goosebumps just then when I said, not goosebumps, like shivers. I was like, ugh, because it's so possible. It happens all the time, especially in Asian countries. Where you get like a car. This guy's speeding. He's kind of in an oncoming lane. But you get like a guy like that who's speeding, and then you get another guy who's even crazier than him in a sports car that tries to pass. Like, here we go, this guy's getting ready to pass, and then you get, and then it's just like, it happens so often in here. Anyways, so it's always the person in the front of the group, that's going to be in that type of accident, and that's part of the service I provide. I'm taking the majority of the serious risk on myself. The crashes that happen behind me are people like wiping out on corners and stuff, and it doesn't involve other vehicles, and those are generally the non-fatal type of accidents, and ones with head-on into trucks is quite often fatal. It's interesting because I'm really not familiar with these roads, which is awesome for me. Nice tunnel there, right? Is it beautiful? Yes, no? Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no. You think beautiful? You know thumbing. He's already asked me a couple of times. He's like, what town is this? I'm like, the fuck do I know? I can't read Chinese. He reads Chinese better than me, this guy. We were in 7-Eleven and he was like reading the Chinese on shit. I speak, he speaks a little bit of Chinese, just minimalistic. And then, oh, what's this? Is it a hotel or a coffee shop or what? I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, but he actually reads some, so I guess he studies Chinese a bit, and I guess he studies reading about as much as he does speaking, so he can read more than me, because I haven't studied reading at all. Oh, that's an exaggeration. I've studied a tiny bit. There's like a website. I tried a website where you could learn it, and I studied it for like a week online. Having fun?
Yeah.
Nice roads?
It's a nice place.
Yeah, it is. It is. Very quiet. I was looking at that wood. That was like a wooden house, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a cafe or a hotel or what. I couldn't see. So it's January. So this is like we're actually we were cold. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we were cold all the way. We started riding at 6:30 in the morning, and up until noon it was cold. And then at noon we see, I'm starting to pull away from him now because I'm going a bit too quick. But I much prefer. I don't want to see another crash on my tours. I really don't. It's difficult for me. I need to force myself to go slower and slower. It's a good thing my scooter's slow. Like, his scooter, twice as fast as mine. It fucking rockets. And look at this place. cabins and a river. I wonder if you can swim in the river. But you can. It's like, bet you can. So yeah, so we're heading up into the mountains, and we're gonna. Ooh, it's got like kiddie stuff and. I need to learn more places, new places for my family as well. Normally for my Taiwan tours, I have a Taiwanese friend, partner who books the hotels for me and picks them. And then for this 3-day tour, it's just 2 hotels, but I picked them both myself. So I went online, I phoned them up, I talked to them, I negotiated a price, and I was proud of myself. It was like my first time doing it, you know. And I was starting to think about, like, because my Taiwanese partner, I give him like some money to help me book hotels and stuff. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, why do I pay that guy to do it? Not only is it fairly easy, it's you know, I think the hotels that I picked, I haven't seen yet, but I think the ones that I picked are probably better than the ones that he picks. The prices are okay, so I was like, in the future, I think I should negotiate my own hotels. And this is a good experience for me because it's going to help me, like, all the roads I had to pick, and I was on Google Maps and using I had my GPS in front of me and Google Maps, and I was going between the two and trying to plan out a whole route. My GPS has a neat function where you can put in the entire trip. Instead of just going, I want to go here, you can say, I want to go here, and then here, and then here, and then here along this road, and then you can plan in the whole trip into it. My last GPS couldn't do that, but this one does. So I was able to plan out the whole trip in one spot on here. Okay, evidently we're in the mountains now. It's like, well, okay. You can look at the GPS, you know, too, right? When you see it just all wiggly wobbly and flipping back on itself. Slow down a bit. You gonna handle that corner? You gonna handle it? You gonna handle it? You gonna go in that ditch? You gonna go in the ditch? We had that happen on one of my tours. I got a clip of it too. Edit in the clip of the guy who goes off the road and into the ditch. If you're actually reviewing the video, not being lazy and just like watching the first 10 seconds and saying, yeah, it looks good enough, and just uploading it. I do that sometimes. And then later on, someone contacts me and they're like, there's a part of the video where you told yourself to edit it out, but you didn't. And I'm like, oh shit. Fuck. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep this short because I only got limited memory. Yeah, beautiful roads. I've never in my life been on this road. I'm, 95% certain. Like maybe I did it before and I don't remember, and it was years ago or something. But I'm fairly certain. Look at this, gorgeous. A little bit bumpy. It's not perfectly smooth pavement, but it's not bad either. This is nice. I'm totally forgetting about him. He's still there. That's the road we just came up. Look at that, eh? Woohoo! Yeah! Something's beeping. It's on my phone. Hello? Phone? I don't know what's beeping. Anyways, that's it for this video. I'll film the next place we get.